Okay, so on the Catholic channel, there's this commercially thing after the mass of this Jewish guy and a Catholic guy. They're gonna play chess, and I guess somebody forgot to bring the pieces because the other guy brought it the last time. And then they're like, "Oh my god!" And immediately I know what it's about. And here's the thing about all this harmony and racial harmony, and everybody should be friends, and we're not that different from each other. Here's why me and the rest of Gen X are sick of talking about this shit, because we were friends. We already all hung around together. We didn't think there was a divide, so we didn't treat people based on race and religion and gender and all this stuff. Everybody was just themselves. So I watch these commercials like to teach people that, a priest and a rabbi can play chess together. Oh my God, can you believe? No shit. This is why people my age, 40s, older, we were already all friends. We learned the lessons of the past. In the past, you guys aren't even supposed to be thinking about that shit, but some old freaking professors or some people who stayed racist and wrote books and have tenure and are still teaching you people are still stuck in the 60s, and they're the ones telling you about all this race crap and trying to get you to be like the people who rioted in the 60s, and they fill your heads with all this stuff about us being separate. Because they're living in the past, and they're creating a shitty future by influencing children who should be so far beyond that. Yeah, they made fun of people like when Obama was president, saying we were post-race. We had been post-race because people like me, people like Barack Obama exist. People who were mixed race, people who their parents raised them, Catholic and Jewish, people that we've been around for decades. So we were post all this stupid shit. We were post all these divides and all these labels. It's only now, somehow in the last 10 years, where some people started to influence kids who don't know, because they've spent their whole lives on their phone. So they don't actually go out and make friends. They only make the friends that their parents made them play dates with. Everything is arranged for them, so they don't go out in the world and meet people and make friends on their own and find people by themselves. And it's all arranged for them. They're on their phone. They're in the house. So they're being told what life is like. And they've been being told what life is like for a good 20 years. And that's why people of that age and younger are always trying to attack people for talking to people like they're regular and telling you can't say this and you can't say that, because that's what they've been taught. That's what they've been brainwashed. That everybody's a fucking racist and everybody hates people based on gender and all this shit. And it's just not true. Everybody my age and older, everybody 40 and older, grew up in a world where everybody got along. Of course, there were pockets of racists. Of course, there were dingling people, because those people came from very small pockets, very small areas, a very small-minded family. But they were the outliers, okay? Anybody who thinks that everybody's racist probably comes from racists. Or they don't know because they never left the house. They never walked to school. They got chauffeured everywhere by parents and nannies. They were either in their room or on the naughty mat or something. These people, their lives were completely controlled by the parents and the internet and the media. And they grew up on Twitter and Facebook. They have no real human interactions. And yet they tell all of us who grew up regular, without technology explaining life to us, how to be. That kind of stuff. A commercial telling me, oh, look, a Muslim and a Jew and a Catholic and a Christian, they can play chess together and be friends. Oh my God. No, this is old. This is old time thinking. We've been getting along for years, those of us who went out and made friends in the real world. You're being told things because you're reading it. It's coming to you through a screen, all this information. Okay? If you went out and lived a life, if you went out and actually looked around, that's why I've said for years about newspapers and everything else. It doesn't match what real life is like. It doesn't match my life. It wouldn't match your life either, unless you were living your life by the newspapers. please stop this crap. This is old-timey thinking that nobody had for a long time, and they're putting it in the kids' heads, and that's why we're going through all this stuff right now. We're having all these bad race relations and stuff because you're talking about race. We're having all these issues with gender and everything because it's being made us think about. You think you're bringing up stuff that was hidden. No, you're not. Everybody got along because most people's minds, nobody cared. Nobody cared. Oh, you're trans? Okay, whatever. Do you want a soda? Do you want to hang out? It wasn't, let's all fight for all these rights and all this shit, and nobody cared. Yeah, a handful of ding-dong idiots, but you have let a percentage of people decide what our society is going to be like, because you always have to get on and state your case and make sure everybody knows you're not one of the bad guys. And in order to do that, not only you want everybody to know you're not one of the bad guys, you're going to go and find some other bad guys to prove how pure you are. This is why we ruin the world. By pretending that we haven't been friends for freaking what? Like I said, since the 60s. So start with the 70s, all right? 70s, 80s, 90s, zeros, 10s. That's 50 years. 5 decades of people getting along fine until just now, when everybody had to drag up all this old shit that most people still don't care about. But that's not the message going out.